guys, welcome back to the back nine of the 2024 Brewport Open. I'm here with Craig Smolin, Jim here from Disc Golf Brah.
How's it going, Jim?
Going great. We got to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. Thank you again for making this coverage possible. We couldn't do it without you. We had a great day, Craig. We had a lot going on.
You know, the morning we delayed by an hour because we had rain. Cleared up after a few holes. The second round was clear skies. So we've got Paul, Dave, Matt, and Marvin pushing towards the end. Kyle, James, and Zach on the chase card, trying to grind out that third, fourth, fifth place.
Here we go, and we're going to start on hole 10, 304. This can be a sneaky hole, but a good way to start the back.
You know, hole 10 doesn't give a lot of birdies, too many players. It's a really good par hole. Just kind of want to get through this initial gap, give yourself a chance.
We're going to see a low wraith out of Matt here. I like this play going for a skip. Just need to miss that one tree. Man.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be a little too fine with it and didn't jam it through. Like, see, Paul here.
Jammed it.
He's getting up the hill. He's got to look. He's a little outside the circle.
Tough to get up that hill, and with enough speed, yeah, it's a tough shot. David doing a little better there.
Yeah, I like Dave switching away from the backhand.
You know Marvin going that forehand boss, halo boss.
Yeah, you can see him kind of little hip jump, trying to jam it through there.
Signature hip jump. Here's where he ended up here.
A little floppy, not a great effort. No, I really like Matt's commitment on these putts. Good spin.
Good run there. More elevation than it seems on camera. That's not an easy putt.
That is an excellent birdie out of Paul. Opening up for the time being a 4-stroke lead. Dave answering back with his own birdie.
Good little catch there.
So 2 birdies, 2 pars. Excellent hole.
Moving on. Hole 11, 230. One of your favorites.
Yes. A little backhand, right to left hyzer. However, you may see the forehand on one or two of these guys. It has been aced on the forehand line more often than the backhand line.
I believe it. Yeah, it's one of those holes that seems like it's a little too easy, and you can get yourself into trouble.
Yes. Paul is committing to the hyzer, and he hits the guardian tree in the middle of the gap. That is the common mistake.
He was throwing a fireball there. That's a speedy disc. I like the play. This is good out of Dave. Just needs to miss a root. I think it hit there, or a rock or something. That was looking good.
Let's see what Matt does.
Like the height if you get the line right. This is
good commitment.
Yeah.
Kept the angle all the way through the gap.
Here's that forehand you were talking about. This got to get slippery through these trees. Right around where Paul ended up.
Yeah, he didn't quite have the height he wanted. Throws a little upshot with the AVR. He's going to take the par.
I wonder if he feels pressure on any of these holes. I mean, he's played it so many times.
I don't know if Marvin has ever felt an ounce of pressure in his entire life. He's just out there throwing frisbees in the woods with some good kids.
Nice stepper from Dave there. Would have been a good bird. Matt with maybe 25 feet here.
And Matt feels like he's on the verge of pushing through.
Yeah.
Trying to get that second place.
Marvin taps in a little same time out of these guys, and we're moving.
So, hole 12, 294, par 3, left to right, backhand for the right-hand player, or you can throw the forehand. Shout out to Craig Cutler throwing the Firebird forehand both rounds to the same spot, 30 feet backside. Made the birdie both rounds.
The legend.
What a great guy he is.
I love the forehand play. Just you got to get through a bunch of gaps and at the right height. It's tricky.
See, that's the difference. Matt was kind of sliding through. This morning when I was watching Craig play, he was kind of jamming it through flat and hard.
There's the jam from Paul. Yeah, that's about pin high. That's a great shot. Yeah, this just seems so smooth and more accessible. The backhand turnover. Great shot there from Dave.
You know, the gap is a little more narrow off the tee, but it opens up faster. That is a rare backhand from Marvin.
I'm surprised to see that, but you know he's going to get close on that upshot.
Yeah, he gets It's up to the circle one.
Matt looking to keep the gas on here.
Never really got the putt to flat.
Big comebacker. There we go.
You know, I want to say at this point, like, Matt and Dave and Paul are all young guys on the verge of really great things in New England. But having had a chance to talk to all of them, they are really good kids.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy talking disc golf with them, and I know how much they appreciate efforts, the things you do, things I do. Our state coordinator, Pat DiCaprio, lots of guys
100%.
who have come before them.
100%, yeah. Reach out and talk to these guys if you want to learn more about disc golf. Moving on to hole 13, 336. We're going to see some big forehands here. Really good hole. Got a little construction going on in that hole, right?
Yeah, over the winter, the utility company was replacing the poles, so we got some riprap laid down. They kind of got rid of some weeds. We may reconsider the next hole over the coming months. We'll get there.
Good shot there from Paul. This is a little early from Dave.
So this ceiling is really closed in over the last couple of years, almost forcing the forehand.
Yeah, a little wider like Matt's going here. It's a little too high.
I think definitely too high. You want to keep it lower.
Marvin's going to show you the route.
Yeah. Lower, angle integrity, big skip.
That's his bread and butter there.
Circle one.
Yeah, he loves this hole. Tricky up and down here.
Again, another green at Vets that if you go too long, now you're left with a much harder putt for par.
Yeah,
So
cool.
a little touch around the green goes a long way.
Decent look here for Paul, yeah. He's been putting on tour.
Yeah. That's a great birdie.
Oh.
Oh, watch those feet with the Vivos.
Yeah, the amount of rocks on the greens here, it's just so signature. It's great.
Really good birdie
Unreal.
from Marvin.
That's how you play the hole. We're moving on to hole 14, another par 4, 352. You got to miss this Mando on the left-hand side.
Mando on the left, you just want to punch up on the right-hand side and then throw your approach. You can go backhand, forehand. So this hole was affected by the construction, and they actually flattened out and removed some weeds behind our tee. We're thinking about doing something over the winter, maybe lengthening or adding another tee.
Okay. Good shot there from Paul. This is going to be the forehand turnover. Just a little inside here from Marvin.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the forehand here. I just feel like it takes you out of position.
Yeah, this is what you're looking for. Straight backhand, little turn.
And you're just trying to ride it up the hill.
Yeah, it's prime. This gets a little turn on Matt here.
Yeah, I think he opened his hips a little early and just didn't drive it through. That is a rare mistake out of Marvin on the approach. It's still a pretty easy up and down for par.
I've seen a lot of these forehand approaches out of Matt. He's just so smooth with his angles. Good with his angles. Fortunate hit some trees
Yeah,
there.
he's going to be just outside circle one, but that's in his range for the step putt.
Here's where Paul ended up. Good
He's
run, man.
running it. He's trying to make that.
You ever get the eagle on this hole?
Not ever.
You will.
I've come close a couple times. Oh, there's Marvin saving the birdie.
Yeah, he's not worried.
Yeah, that was the putt that he's missed a couple times beforehand.
A lot of elevation here for Matt, and this is what happens on this hole a lot.
Yeah, he just didn't get it up over the top of the basket and pays the price. But better to run it and miss it than not.
Sign of a good player is the bounce back putt. That's a great
Yeah,
putt.
for sure. Grinding out a par.
He was pumped about that one. Birdie from David, birdie from Paul.
Just
We're moving on.
Keep on pushing.
Yeah, he's quietly having an amazing round. We're moving to hole 15, 453, another par 4. Got to keep it straight as
This
much
is-
as you can.
This is my personal nemesis hole. Has wrecked many a good round that I've had just by early release or overcommitting, yanking off to the right-hand side, and then you're playing Army golf.
Paul unfazed by this hole. Hits, I would say, the perfect gap.
Yeah. He's way up the fairway.
Another misfire here from Marvin, but flips over. It's a bummer route.
He might be on the right-hand side of those trees. And that is also the common mistake, is the overcommit and the nasty kick to the right.
Big kick off the tree shoe there, yeah. I was kind of surprised by this position play. This is just a zone, I think, out of him.
That is a lovely golf shot.
Yeah.
He is over the top of the hill, set up for a putter backhand.
Smart after watching David hit that.
Absolutely.
This is a lovely approach from Marvin. This is where you want to be, just in that bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. He's an excellent putter, as we've seen. He should be able to make that.
David took a little while with this and then just decided to pitch out. Smart player.
Golf. Yeah, he's 4 strokes behind Paul at this point, but 2 ahead of Matt.
So he's going zone on this hole, and this was looking real nice. Good kick at the end there.
That play, I think I'd rather see him play the backhand putter into the bowl. Kind of what Dave's doing here. Just a little safer.
Yeah, gets a nice little pop out, too.
Yeah. With the spin, you're kicking up the hill.
Here's Paul for eagle.
Oh, my goodness.
That would have been nice.
I know a couple years ago, Casey White told me he eagled it in practice.
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever been eagled in tournament play.
A little more left for Matt than he wanted. Good miss, though. Rather be high there.
Yep. Marvin just keeps on trucking. 12 under. Having a great tournament.
This hole is a little too easy for Paul there. Yeah, we still got a battle going on. Moving on to a tricky one, hole 16, 335. This is my nemesis, I would say, this hole.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
What do you try to throw here?
Anything that goes far. It's impossible. I like the backhand, though. Something that turns over a little bit. Ends up right near this rock wall. I'll take that all day.
I think the key here is to throw something, a flip up and glide, while not opening your hips too early, so you don't miss your line.
Yeah, Paul with a big kick at the end there. I like the forehand play out of Marvin, but this got to get through that back door.
Yeah,
That's tough.
I think he's just sticking with his bread and butter play there. Dave was a little high, kind of riding the hill. Matt also with the forehand.
He's going wraith here. As long as you keep it low, I think there's a shot. Yeah, I missed that one. That would have been real good, I think.
It's an interesting idea is to throw the flip up forehand.
Fleck went a little too juiced on this one. He'll have a look, but that's tricky from there.
Yeah, hole 16 is pretty hard. There's a good range of birdies to bogeys on this hole.
Paul just kind of pitching out here. Still a lot left for his par.
Yeah, in fact, this was our second hardest hole on the day. But it did have more birdies than you would believe.
Here's where Paul ended up. This is for par. Be his first blemish on the day. This would be a good get from Marvin. Good run there. Yeah, any aces on this hole that you know of?
Nope.
That would be unreal.
I've heard of people getting to the rock wall, drop-ins, flying over it, but wouldn't surprise me if somebody's acing. I'm just not in the know. Even though I know everything.
It's an internet ace, though. You know, who knows? No tournament aces, though.
Not that I know of.
Moving on to a beauty, hole 17. We got OB on the right-hand side, 335.
OB on the left-hand side all the way down the fairway, shared with hole 12 and circling around the basket as well.
You can see some big scores on this one.
You can get the deuce, you can get the 5, everything in between. You're trying to push through the gap, not slide out of bounds either way.
A little speedy one out of Marvin. A little up and down.
Yeah, he's not going to bogey from there.
FD3 out of Matt. This gets a little tugged over. It's got to get
Yeah.
kind of lucky here.
That's a pretty common mistake, is to tug it over and then you're praying for the kick back through the fairway.
Good result there. Kind of a look.
And that's more of the pro play, is to push hyzer.
Just park it.
Yeah.
Park
Try
dish.
to get a little flat but never tip it over.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Dave also,
I feel like he went a little less power than he wanted to there.
either you're going fast disc, low power, and you're hoping for the flip up, or slower disc, lots of power, and you're yanking over it. This is a touchy hole.
Mm-hmm. Good up by Dave. Good up by Marvin there. Yeah, you want the par here for sure. Birdie's great. And this got a little sneaky. This is headed towards that OB for Matt. It's got to
No,
sit down.
sit down. Don't be there.
Safe by inches, I think.
Well, shout out to the Black Hole crew for cleaning up the screen, getting all the OB flags, putting down all the whiskers for Circle 1. Tournaments don't happen unless you have a team behind you.
Makes a huge difference. Good run here for Matt. Gets tricky on the
Whoa.
OB on the backside.
It comes up quick on him.
Good par there for Dave.
Yep.
That was a big putt because it could have got bad from there. Take the bogey.
Paul with another birdie.
He's racking them up.
Pitching a perfect game or something.
He's having a great round. We're moving on to the finale, hole 18.
450, par 3, just big bomb, flip up through the gap, or you can take the wide hyzer if the wind's in your favor. This is a really good finishing hole. Getting the birdie here feels great at any point in your round, whether you're ending here, starting here, or going halfway through here.
Paul's talking about how many forehands he throw, but he claims he's a backhand player, so he's going to show us some of his backhand power here. Yeah, this is just such a fun hole. You just want to unleash on your last tee shot and just have fun with your round.
I love watching Paul play. He's really maximizing every ounce that he can get out of his body.
Great line here.
His definition of power is irrelevant to body size.
Yeah, maybe 10 feet short there. That was unreal. Just wanted to flip a little more for Marvin, but this is still out there. He's got some pop there. You see Destroyer out of David here. Just got to miss this tree, and this is nice. Just a little too flippy, I think.
Yeah, no stability, no life left.
Doing a forehand wraith out of Matt here. This hits something, gets really sneaky. He'll take it.
I don't think he's going to be very happy with that to finish his round.
Yeah. He's got to look, though.
Gave it an effort, but it's within 15 feet.
A really good round out of him.
Going to finish at 12 under. Marvin laying up. Sorry, Matt's going to finish at 14. Marvin at 12.
Fleck looking to give us a...
Dave laying up. Here's Paul.
This for the course record, if I believe.
That's right. If he hits this, he goes 12 under on the day, on the round. And he has set the new course record, breaking a tie held by Cale LaVisca and Kyle Moriarty.
Unreal.
What a performance.
Tied it in the first round, broke it in the second round.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Kid's really good, fantastic human being, like his dad. Got to play with him a couple years ago at Greater Hartford.
Great guy, yeah. You love to see that. Good people doing good things.
I'm excited to see where he goes in his career. Shout out to Matt and Fleck.
First place shooting a new course record, 12 under, Paul Krans.
I'd like to shout out MVP Disc Sports for supplying me with discs and everything else. Disco 978, Sunstein Law, And then Rent Securely for helping my van covers and everything. So thank you.
Thank you to Disc Golf Brah. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Chris Schofield for his sponsorship. Lionel Calderon Financial, who is helping to sponsor our video coverage. Everybody who comes out for Fairfield County Disc Club events. Black Hole Crew, Aaron, Marvin, Sean, the whole guys, everybody, thank you very much.
Thanks, Craig.
See you tomorrow.
Great event, Craig.
I appreciate it very much. Even after 20 years, I still enjoy doing it.
1056 round rating from Paul there. Unreal.
Straight fire.
Ugh.
And Kyle Lumsden with a 10 under 1037 second round. Kyle's one of our rising stars out of Fairfield County. He's going to be a really, really good player in New England for a long time.
For sure. Big score separation there from your leader. Unreal round. Craig, thanks so much for having us on.
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. See you next year.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.